Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. In this video I'm going to be looking at replacing the ABS sensor in a 2012 MINI Countryman, and it's the rear passenger side sensor, or rear left hand sensor if you prefer. How do I know I've got a bad sensor? Well, the first indication is usually this. Numerous warning lights, brake system alert, ABS, traction control, brake system. So first thing you do after that is get a scanner that reads the ABS warning and see what codes it pings up from there. So the code reader I have is this one here. Well, you can see from that, that's a DSC wheel speed sensor, signal rear left, discontinuous status. So that tells me which ABS sensor has the fault, or which area of the car has a fault if it's not the ABS sensor. So let's have a look at how to replace the ABS sensor. So, little safety tip there, trolley jack, but never work on just a trolley jack, put something under to support the car. You're basically dealing with your life here, so be safe. Right, I'm going to get a torch to give you a better look in here, and then I'll show you exactly where the routing of the ABS sensor is. Right, the rear ABS sensor, as we can see down here, is attached to the rear of the hub with one bolt that's an Allen key. This needs cleaned and penetrating fluid put on and left before I even go near it, because it's got all the grind of the day there. So if I follow this back, follow the wire attached to the rear arm through clips that just pull in and out, disappears behind here. But on this model at least we don't have to take this off, because we can get underneath here, fairly accessible. Comes over here, and then here's your connection here. This is the connection that takes it to the ECU, and this is the sensor here that we're replacing. So, straightforward, yes, we'll see. This squeezes in here and then just pulls apart, and it's just a two-prong connection inside. This will be getting cleaned and removed, which I'm going to go and do just now. So I'm going to use the wire wheel on the drill here, and it's going to throw a lot of crap up, so I'm going to use a mask and protection for my eyes, which I would always recommend. I'm going to leave that to soak 10-15 minutes, come back. Best bit of advice I can give with this is make sure you get the right fit in Allen key. If you don't, you can end up rounding it and it just makes the job a whole lot harder. So it's not tight once it comes, it just needs freed up from the rust. There you go. This sometimes comes off, sometimes it needs a little persuasion. There we go. So I'm going to disconnect it at the other end, then it's just a case of disconnecting this and taking it off. So I don't know if you can see that because of the light, there's a tab here that pushes and then it should just separate like that. This can then just come through here and be unclipped from here through the clips. And that is the ABS sensor removed. What I always do before I fit the new one is just check it like for like, just put it side by side and make sure it's the same one, because wrong parts do get ordered, as I'm sure most of you are aware. So, old one, new one, exact same length. All it is just a exact reverse of how that one's come off. So a couple of little tips before putting it back on. The hole that the sensor goes down through, got little bits of debris in it and stuff, so I'm just going to give it a blow through with the air gun just to clear all that, so there's nothing going to be sitting on the new sensor. And the second little tip before this goes on, I'm just going to put a little bit of copper grease on so it's not going to seize for the future when it has to come off. Ten-second things that can mean hours in the future. there we go. That's how to change an ABS sensor. Very straightforward and very much a DIY job if you want to save yourself some money. So just the exact same as it was before, all attached, routed up the same. So now that's been done, it's just a case of getting the codes reset and trying it to see if the faulty sensor has fixed the problem. When you drive the car, the lights should remain out. If the lights come on, then you've got a problem elsewhere. There are other ways of testing the sensor and for other faults. I'm not going to cover this in this video, this is purely just to cover a ABS sensor replacement.
So you will have noticed the sludge and grit on the sensor when I took it out there. That shouldn't have that in it. That's going to get in the way of giving a clear reading. So my next plan is to take the hub off and have a look at the hub to see what's going on behind there. It may mean replacing the hub, and that'll be the next job for this car. So thanks for watching, take care, and I'll see you on the next video.